Does my Medicaid pay Medicare premiums? Right click, preview. Money has to be in trust within a month. Okay, money has to be, okay, so I am on the right page. Cool. Close that so I don't overtax my system. Minimize that, and back to taking pictures of my journal. That's what I'm doing. I need to plug my 360 in, I still haven't done that. I don't know how long it had been since I brushed my teeth. I kept losing my toothpaste. My cats have no food whatsoever. I asked my ex, I texted him, could he bring me some, or take me to get some, and it shows that he hasn't seen those texts, or this is the text thing, or yeah, it shows he hasn't seen those. So, like, I don't know, maybe something's going on with his phone right now and it's not working or something. The cats are hungry. That's really shitty that I just, like, ran out of food. Looking back through my journals, I figured out, like, I'm stretched too thin, stressed too much, and doing too much that I never really leave auto mode. I don't get right with myself. I don't feel good about life. I don't occupy that space very often at all because I'm just doing what I have to do and exhausting myself. And people, like, I think people that don't have chronic illness and chronic pain and chronic fatigue, I think people say the word exhausted, I think they hear the word exhausted, and I don't think they get it. I don't think they get it. I don't think that they should say it anymore because, you're not exhausted after you come home from working, you know, like, that wasn't exhausted. Like, and I know what that's like, and I would be like, oh, you know, I'm exhausted after being on my feet for 8 hours, but that's not exhausted. That wasn't exhausted. This, what I'm doing now, this is exhausted. This is, there's no energy enough in me to even be me, to even be a person. Did I take a picture of this page already? Beat in at 10:25. So anyway, how this journal photo taking documentation thing began was I had a fight with Josh, and he just, like, stopped seeing me, and then I destroyed his glasses, and he threw my shoes in a river. My Chucks I've had for 10 years, like, I'm really particular, like, I'm really sensitive to energy, and I'm really weird about things, and, like, it is devastating to me that when I need to, like, tap into the energy that, like, those shoes, I wasn't disabled in. I walked the earth in those shoes as an able person. And they, while they don't match a lot of my outfits, like, I've been wearing them, they help me get right. They help me get right. And he took that from me. And, his glasses are, like, so easily replaced. And he doesn't place the meaning on that particular pair of glasses. Like, he doesn't believe in a way that he saw so many things through them and they're significant and it's this object that he can like take like a permanence of well-being from, and he doesn't need to like get right with himself. He doesn't need to like pull himself back from the brink of suicide on a regular basis either. And like, he did that to me, and it like seemed to help him feel vindicated, like he'd gotten enough revenge. And we talked, and it was good. And he mentioned that I was putting the that I said I needed space from him, but then I didn't follow through with that, he felt, because I'd still like text him like random things, like, you know, like actually this is really interesting. This is fucking hilarious actually. Okay. I Facebook searched my chats mental health, like mental, the word mental. And then like the first thing that came up was relevant. And then I just kept scrolling back. And at this point now, I've read from January to June everything he and I have said to one another via textbook, via texting on Facebook. And and then I was like, well, what, like, this is what I'm saying to him. What am I like saying to myself? So I got my journals out and like I'm trying to match my journals up to what's going on with that. And I realized that like there's definitely some validity to that, but you know, like I said I needed space, and I really appreciated that he, you know, introduced me to something, to like a drug, a stimulant, something that I can't have, but still, like, he gave me something that allowed me to do what I needed to do, and when push comes to shove, I could employ that, and I appreciated that, and so when I was really missing coffee, I wrote, I miss coffee in my journal, and texted to Josh, I miss coffee so much, man, I got addicted to that fast. And, you know, that wasn't to me, like, this, like, that wasn't, for me doing that wasn't an expression of, like, intending to have conversation or follow through, or, you know, like, but the, whoops, wrong way, the the other factors were commitments that he and I had made together, plans that we had. One of those things is that we plan to do Comic-Con together, and you know, like that wasn't something that I wanted to not experience because I wanted space from him. It didn't mean that I, you know, and then, you know, like, I was dealing with getting my toys to this guy who's going to sell them on eBay, and it was Josh that hooked me up with that guy, and so, you know, I wanted to express appreciation for him, and, then we'd get to talking, and, like, I would miss him, and I would miss him specifically, and, like, while I'm missing him, you know, and looking at the text, it's like, well, you know, maybe I'm just lonely and I don't really, like, miss him. I'm just lonely and, like, want attention or affection or something. But, like, no, like, actually, like, I'm, like, being, like, really very social with, like, the people, and also, you know, pretty busy trying to figure my life out and, like, really, really busy with everything, just trying to do life, and, so it's like I'd been seeing Sean and Jed and my mom, and I had outings and good times, and was talking to Lexi and Sam and Ari and my online friends. I was talking to my online friends, and that, you know, that is that's expending energy for me. Just like typing in a chat window. It's not something that I do thoughtlessly, that I can do thoughtlessly, and that's just how things are. So, you know, I'm not saying that so that people feel like bad that they engaged me or whatever. Like I definitely wanted to be there. If that's where I was putting my energy, that's where I wanted my energy, because I don't put my energy into anything lightly or thoughtlessly. Like, I mean, like, sure, like, I do get retarded sometimes, but just, yeah, what was I saying? I don't know. Like, I don't have any. I have a lot of dolls. If only I could turn my dolls into cat food for my cats, I would do that. Just so they're being really obnoxious. But now I feel really bad. Okay, I need you, though. I need you to... I'm doing something. No, I'm doing something, sweetie. I know. Can you sit next to me? Sit next to me. I love my cat, I do, but he smothers me. And it's like being with someone, like, I don't know. You know, I don't know how it would be if I was with Sean, because I do feel smothered easily. I most of the time probably just want to carry on like we are not a couple, and like, it's, I don't know, man. It's been really fucked up. I've like, at the same time that I'm like totally like lowering my vibration and like dying on these like heavy duty antibiotics, which I never treat with antibiotics, and I did for a month. And that while I'm doing that, like, my roommate and like former awesome friend, like person that I love, is just telling me, believing that I'm a horrible person and I'm a liar and I'm a crazy person, I'm delusional, that I only want to be friends with him because I want him to do things for me. And I have that problem with people thinking that I'm manipulating when I'm not manipulating. And it's just like he ceased to see me. He ceased to see me. And there's just... Every time I spoke to him, he acted like I was being monstrous and being treated like a monster. Like, that like, made me a monster. It did. It made me a monster. And, I was just really, really hurt, and that's really been fucking me up, like, as far as energetically happy-wise. And also, he withdrew assistance, So, there were some times that he helped me out. He picked some things up for me, but, you know, like, he and I used to, like, go out and get done what we needed to do and do a little bit extra, and it's like life would be worth living again. And, like, I need to get into stores, like, as soon as possible and experience, like, the fall Halloween stuff before there's fucking motherfucking Christmas shit everywhere. And, so, you know, and, like, okay, I had plans to spend birthday time with a new friend that I've made in real life. Yes. I know, I shouldn't be doing this. I don't know what I'm thinking. I shouldn't be fucking doing this, right? And then my mom was like, you want to hang out and get lunch and I'll tell you about my trip. Well, like, she and I got lunch and she told me about her trip, but, like, I told her, like, actually what I really want to do, what I really need to do, like, to get right with myself, what my soul needs, what I need to feed myself, is to go to a store and just soak in the Halloween, autumn, fall vibe. And she didn't want to do that. She, like, said that would be okay, and then she picked me up and it never happened, and instead we went to City Thrift, and I didn't want to go to City Thrift, I didn't want to go to a thrift store, because that's not what I needed. Like, I told her what I needed, and I didn't get what I needed. I asked for it, and I didn't get it. But you know what? I needed it so badly that I did, like, spend my energy doing that, and, like, maybe didn't have the best energy to give to my new friend, and maybe that wasn't, it didn't turn out the best, but, like, my intention is like, so very much that, like, that would happen. We would go somewhere, and it would be like, oh, fall, I needed this so badly, and it would just, like, recharge me, and I would be awesome me, like, real me, for spending time with my new friend. And you know what? Already I feel like fucking shit about that, because, like, I'm, like, real life Pinkie Pie, and I didn't, like, have anything planned, done, executed for her birthday. Like, devastates me.